People are more into it now.
Yes, because the population of the world has increased. People has increased in Nigeria.
Proportionally, yeah.
Proportionally, yes. That's why it seems as if it's everywhere. There are still hardworking people in Nigeria. There are
Yes.
still hardworking
Yes.
young people in Nigeria that are not into fraud. There are still, just as he has always been, nothing is new under the sun. So what you should be looking at is how come it's accepted in Nigeria.
I know you are dumping this in on the doorstep of unemployment and government failure. That's what you're trying to say. Like, it's not new because of unemployment. People are pushing to it. That's what you're trying to say, right? Or is it because of the unemployment, or that is not new?
What I'm trying to say is not just because of the unemployment. The fraud thing is not a new thing. It's not a new thing. It has always been there.
But there's like an explosion. People are more into it now.
Yes, because the population of the world has increased. People has increased in Nigeria.
Proportionally, yeah.
Proportionally, yes. That's why it seems as if it's everywhere. There are still hardworking people in Nigeria. There are still hardworking young people in Nigeria that are not into fraud. There are still, just as he has always been, nothing is new under the sun. So what you should be looking at is how come it's accepted in Nigeria. How come it's rampant? Those are the issues that we should really look at. And
okay. Apart from unemployment, some people also, you see some researchers, some other opinion molders, and some other writers also say like things like peer pressure, unemployment, government failure. They are mostly the things people point at. Like, to you now, do you think peer pressure or unemployment, sometimes people say greed, people want to make money, somebody at the 20s driving Lexus 350, or do you think it's peer pressure, unemployment, or greed? Among these three, which one comes first for you?
For me, all of them. You can't talk about one without talking about the other. They are all interconnected. The greed, the unemployment, the corruption in the society, they are all interconnected. But the major thing there is that, first of all, we have to identify, just as we've been asking me, why is it so rampant? So whatever I've been saying is just to let us know that it's not something new. It's something that has been there in the society. Okay. It's just that it has been, made, turned into an epidemic because of the people involved in it now, and then the availability of communication equipment. We can all get the information in real time. Yeah. But if we come down to the causes of this thing, we may not really, from my own little investigation, is something that has been in the society. Because when I was quite young, we used to hear about 419 people. And I wonder who taught them. Maybe they learned it from other people who were ahead of them or something. But if you ask me, my own opinion is that people will go into fraud because of failure of society.
Failure of society?
Yes. When I talk about failure of society, I mean family failure.
Values.
Family values, yes. Breakdown in family values, breakdown in societal values. That is one of the things that can lead people into going into fraud. Because Yahoo is fraud. It's actually a crime.
Crime, yeah.
It's a criminal activity. Yes.
It's like stealing.
It's like stealing. Yes, it's actually stealing.
Taking somebody something.
You're promising someone that you're going to give him value for his money, and then you take the money. You're going to give him value, either love, or you're going to give him, you're a prince in Nigeria and you want to sell him oil, you have diamond that your father left an inheritance for you. There are many patterns that they use in those fraud. So you're supposed to give someone value, and you end up not giving the person any value.
And you take the person's money.
So it's a crime, it's a fraud. If you're caught and you're taken to the law court, you'll be found guilty for stealing, or for, I don't know, the penal code in Nigeria, that's 419.
419, yeah.
Gotten into that to know the kind of conviction that can be given to someone that done that kind of crime. So, but the main thing is that it's as a result of breakdown in societal values.
Yeah.
The family not really bringing up the use for them to have value in hard work. So if you have value in hard work, unemployment may not matter. Do you understand? Unemployment may not really matter because if you, after finishing university, you will not use unemployment as an excuse to start robbing people. You don't just use unemployment as an excuse and start robbing people. That's number one. Then, if you say the economy is hard, the economy has always been hard. So you can't just use that as an excuse to commit that kind of crime, go into Yahoo. You can't. So these are just many people who go into Yahoo. There's another thing you mentioned about someone willingly going into it.
Yes, greed.
Out of greed.
Yeah.
There are people that go into it out of greed too. But it's not really an excuse.
Another question is concerning this fraud in Nigeria is now they have reasons for justifying what they are doing. Like recently, I met someone who told me that I was talking to him and he said, "Guy, you will not leave this." He said that he wants to leave it. I should find him work. That I should settle him or give him money to start up business. He will leave this scam. Tell him I don't have money. He said, "Okay, I should not give him advice anymore." Now, I have some other guys who were arguing with me one day that they are trying to take back what the white men took from their grandfathers and all those kind of things. So they have a lot of moral standing on how they groom some young boys. They have, they are taking back. You don't even see it as a crime anymore. They say they are taking back what the white people. One was arguing me, do you know the amount of thing they took and they are still taking? And they are bringing it back. That's what they are doing, and they are not doing anything to them. But you find out that I was reading New York Times one day. I read a story of somebody who was scammed in Nigeria, and the person had to go to rehab. Some people commit suicide, and New York Times had to sponsor some investigation, and they traced the person down to Nigeria, but they were able to get the person anywhere. So when they have this kind of justification that they are doing what is right, some don't feel that Yahoo is wrong. They don't see it as stealing. They don't see it as if, as far as a white man, someone will tell you, as far as a white person, you are doing it, so you're good to go. Don't scam Nigerians. When you're scamming a white person, they have money. But it's not actually the truth. Most people who are scammed are mostly people who are vulnerable abroad. Young people who are divorced, aged people are also divorced, and all those people who are lonely, and they're mostly the ones who are scammed. So, what will you say to people who see scam as a normal thing, internet fraud as a legitimate means of earning an income? They are not doing anything wrong. How do you talk to those kind of guys?
Internet fraud.
Yes.
Or fraud of any kind is actually a crime.
Yes.
It's a crime, and there is no justification for it. No matter what they tell you about getting back the resources that was taken from Africa, those things are just the fraudster trying to justify his actions. Yahoo is a crime. Because if it's not a crime, then you should be able to face the person you took the money from. But if they take the money, they run.
Yes.
If you're a businessman and you did business, the client or the customer can still come back and meet you face to face.
Yeah.
Because you are running a legitimate business. So that one is legal. But if you do something and you're incapable of meeting the person that you've done the thing to, then you know that something is off. So Yahoo is a crime. So there is no, just like I said, there is no justification for Yahoo. Someone saying that they are getting back resources stolen from Africa,
their grandfathers.
It's actually a lie. It's not true. And then you get the money stolen from your grandfather. You go to club and you throw the money up into the air, to celebrate. It's just a personal ego thing, and they are trying to justify their actions. That's the thing. So there is no justification for a crime. A criminal should be punished. Yes.
So you mean internet fraudster is a criminal?
It's a criminal. Of course.
That's
They know.
layman.
They know.
I don't think they know.
They do.
You see how some of them pontificate, tell you they are working very hard. Oluwa will pay. Oluwa will help them.
It's just like we said, just the acceptance in the society.
Okay.
Because the society has not come out outrightly to condemn this thing. Because fraud is endemic in Nigeria. In fact, fraud is deeply rooted in Nigeria. Like I told you, there are different kind of crimes.
Even local ones.
There's local, even the so-called Yahoo boys that are telling you that they are defrauding the white man. If they have the opportunity of getting to you and me now, they'll take our money and run.
Yeah, they've taken my 60K before.
Yes.
From my account.
Yeah. So the local Yahoo and the foreign Yahoo are the same thing. So someone telling me that you're taking it back from the white man, it's not true. You're just a criminal who wants to get money, and then the victim that you found has it in hard currency, and the person is not here around. If they insist on doing Yahoo to someone who is here, the person can easily trace them and get back the money. So that's why the easy prey is abroad, and finding, paying people to do the investigation in order to find them here in Nigeria will be so expensive. Some people just forgo the thing and let it go. But there's no justification for it.
For scamming somebody.
Yes. No.
But the fact that people even die in the process, like these people are virtually killing people, or the Benz you are driving is maybe a dead person's money. This Benz actually killed somebody. But some people selling their houses. We're getting the Yahoo Plus also, where people even involve charm, and then you manipulate the person to sell his house or send you all his savings. And you are driving cars here, buying houses, and building hotels and clubs, and somebody is actually going mad, or somebody is dead. Somebody jumps down from a 3-story building, commit suicide because of what you've done to the person. So now, like,